Hello everyone, I go by the name of Roxy Rose, and this right here is Roxy Rose Guides. Budget with me and a little surprise. Keep watching to find out. Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back. So I am doing a quick budget with me and a little surprise that we're going to get into something new for the month of September 2025. So before we get started, I want to thank my wonderful subscribers. You are wanted and appreciated, so thank you so much. And if you're new here on this channel, we do all things budget, finance, debt payoff, cash stuffing, savings challenges, and sinking funds, and budget with me, which we're going to get into today, and something a little bit new. So I hope you guys like and subscribe below. Definitely leave a comment if you have any suggestions, because today I'm actually taking this big surprise is a suggestion that I'm taking from one of my comments. So I'm super excited. All right, let's get into this budget with me. So first things first, we are at the month at a glance. Here's our month at a glance for September 2025. We're first going to start with just some monthly goals. First, we're going to pay down some debt and some bills. We're going to save some money. And the last part that I don't know if y'all saw, but I don't really want to share right now. Then we got a bunch of things to do this month, including a budget meeting with my family. Taking passport photos and processing our passport, scheduling for the DMV because they are going to renew my license. So there's some changes I want to make, and I actually want to go to the DMV. Here in Virginia, it's called something else, which is so weird. Pediatrician appointments, check in with for insurance for my kids. I want to go to the thrift store. We got some things coming up. It is Brooklyn's birthday, so we are taking her to the museum for her birthday. So I'm super excited. That's going to be coming up. The Don't Touch Museum. It's a museum in Philly, which is not too far away from us. So we're going to go ahead and do that with our family and her cousins that aren't that different in age than her. Then we got the shopping list. We have birthday cake and decorations. I'm trying to see if I can get her a shirt. She's obsessed with this character called, and I'll try to put it up, Super Sema. And the museum is having a superhero day at the museum, so I'm super excited to have her see if she can dress up as Super Sema or have a t-shirt that has Super Sema so she can feel connected and feel like she's a part of that celebration. Then we go over to our calendar. Now I changed the calendar to make the smaller calendar the one for the bills and the bigger calendar for the other personal things and personal matters in my life. But I do want to show you guys and shout out Everlet, which is I went onto Etsy and got some new stickers for my calendar, and I got all of these brand new stickers, so I'm super excited because now I got to use it on my calendar. Isn't it cute? So we can see when all the bills are due, and this is going to be helpful because we got some stuff coming up. So we have that. And then I have my personal, this has to do with, let me back it up so y'all can see my business, my personal things. So we had a checkup and appointment happening, family visiting to go and things like that. So I think it should be super duper fun. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the budget with me. Let me scroll in so y'all can see. We have these for the first paycheck of September and then the other ones that are due. Now, the good thing is that my temporary disability for maternity leave has ended, and now I'm going into FMLA, which is family leave and like bonding time with your child. So I get to have a good 12 weeks of bonding time with my new baby, who you might hear because he's struggling but trying to wake up. And we have a bunch of bills due, as in mortgage, insurance, which I haven't put in lately. And my insurance was $390 with Brooklyn, and now it went down to $261, which I'm super excited about. It going down by more than $100. I actually had to call them to go ahead and clarify that it went down, because I added a new baby and they had to give me a refund, $120, $129, they said. Then we have a Progressive Auto, dividend, which is our solar panels. We pay solar panels. We don't pay electricity anymore because the solar panels are it. Once the solar panels are paid off, we don't pay anybody. They pay us. And I'm waiting on the SREC payment for the solar panels. I'm really trying to take advantage. That was pushed and extended by Biden for a few more years, and I want to take advantage. Basically, the electric company, which is PSNG, will pay me for getting solar energy from the sun and putting it into the grid so that they can use it and share it, I guess, along my street. So they're basically paying me for that. So that's awesome. Then we have Insuring Home Plus. I might get rid of this soon. Insuring Home Plus has been something I use to like have insurance for any broken TVs or broken laptops or broken this or broken that. The only thing I'm worried about right now is a broken laptop. I've replaced a tablet with them. I replaced a TV with them, 2 TVs and 2 laptops. So I have been using them, but I really want to see if there's anything else I could do before I delete it. Then we have credit cards. I want to put a payment towards credit cards. Not sure what it's going to be, but still want to put a payment. Daycare or child care. Earnest, Mohila, Aspire, and Mohila again. All of these come out this month. And yeah, I mean, some of them have already come out, so that's why I put those. We have not gotten to the other point, so we don't know the exact amount, but that's what I'm projecting for the beginning of September. Then we have our sinking funds that we definitely need to go ahead and do next video. Look out for the next video. And then on the second half of September, we have Xfinity, Life Haven, which is life insurance, and gas that's going to be coming out. I'm sure it's going to be more than this because it's already cold and I'm already turning on my gas right now. And then Earnest is going to come out again. Remember, I don't put tithes and I don't put my actual income, so you guys won't know what those are. But yeah, so I'm able to do that and plan so far for the month of September, and I'm super excited. Now, let's get to our surprise. Y'all, I had to stop the video because the baby started crying, and now I got him back asleep. Y'all, it is something else trying to get these babies to sleep, okay? Anyway, okay, so we're back at it again, and I had a big surprise. Well, I guess the surprise is gone. Anyways, we're back at it again, and I had this big surprise. Let me go ahead and show you. So, one of my wonderful subscribers left a comment that was so helpful. I'm gonna put it up here, and it got me thinking, why don't I do that? So I decided to go ahead and do a 1 month ahead binder. That's right, we had this binder that was previously used to do my savings challenges, but since I got the collective budgeting savings challenge and it's all, filled to the brim, I'm not going to use this one anymore, and I wasn't sure what to do with it. But then somebody said something about 1 month ahead, and I was like, hold on, let me think about that. And that's amazing. So I went on to Etsy and I purchased 2 things. First thing I did was went on and got All Things Planned budgeting 1 month ahead binder kit. So I went ahead and got her kit. And then I went ahead and got this from Budgeting with Jenny, which I probably need to try to add her too, because I don't think I follow her on YouTube, but now I should. Budgeting with Jenny has these, which is like 1 month ahead, 2 months ahead, and 3 months ahead. And it's cool because I'll probably just like reuse it if it gets more months ahead than that. So I need to make the holes, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this in there. And then she even gives you different colors, so I might put one in the back. I'm just gonna set this up in front of you guys so that you guys can see it. So basically, I'm using all of my old Savings Challenge zippers that I had before. And what I'm going to do is put in these new savings. These are, I guess, saving challenges. But they're more so sinking funds because it's 1 month ahead. So what I'm going to do is actually take my emergency fund. Here it is. Let's go into Pearl. I'm going to take my emergency fund and then it's going to come out. And anything that's in here is going to go in here. So my emergency fund. And I'm going to go ahead and save for 1 month ahead. So here I have a list of my 1 month ahead envelopes that I have. Each 1 month ahead has an amount that would be how much I have to pay per month, and then how much I would break it down per envelope in order to make that per month. And each of them depend on the icon. Now, one thing that I would say is I wish they were all the same amount. But sometimes it's like 24 icons. Sometimes it's 15 icons. Sometimes it's 28 icons. Sometimes it's 24 icons. Sometimes it's 3 rows. Sometimes it's 4 rows. So it's a little confusing in that sense. I wish it was all just one, but I get it. Sometimes things are more. Sometimes things are less. So basically I took the amount, the total amount, and I divided it by the icons so I could figure out how much I need to save per icon to figure that out. One thing I'm still trying to decide and decipher is how will I fill this up? So basically, how will I fill up all of these to show the same amount I did here? And the one way I'll probably do it is just go along with one of my challenges. And if I do that for the challenge for all of them, I'll just color this one in, and this will be 1 month ahead. Now, it's funny because it's like 1 month ahead doesn't exactly mean, like, I've been doing emergency fund stuffing for a long time. I have over $1,000 in my emergency fund for a rainy day. I have a good amount saved. I'm going to say I have about 4 months reserve already, but because we're starting from scratch, why not get to 7 months ahead? I think the goal is like 6 months, but I have 1, 2, 3. So why not get to 7 months ahead? Why not get to 6 months ahead? Maybe I'll use one of the months for say paying off my student loans or my debt. Okay. So I like these. All 3 of these. They're really helpful. And let's see what happens, y'all. I'm trying to keep my voice down because I don't want the baby to get up. Ooh. All right. He's up, but there's passing around in his mouth, so let's see what happens. I don't know. We'll see how far we can get with this. Okay, so we have a number of different categories that we're able to get, and these are all from All Things Planned Co. If you don't follow her, she also has a YouTube channel, All Things Planned. 3 I didn't get to really use was the water, cell phone, car payment, and utilities combined. I don't combine my utilities because I split the utilities with my husband, so we don't do that. But here, let's go ahead and go through everything. So first things first, we have mortgage. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and X out the one I don't do, and that is a total of $945. So then it ends up being $45 that I'm stuffing. It's about 44 something. So I just round up to the next one, and that just leaves extra income in there. So that I'm gonna put here. And as we go, I'm trying to, actually, you know what? I'm gonna do them all a little bit later so I can speed that part up, but at least we can go through like writing down how much each will be. So next one is health insurance. Health insurance is $262, but it ends up being about 9 something, which is $10. So $10 is each one. Okay. Then we have car insurance. Car insurance is $4 each one. The total is supposed to be about 100, but it might be more, it might be less, we'll see. Electricity is $126, so it makes the total amount $9. Then we have miscellaneous, which for me is about $30, so it ends up being $2. It's $30 at the bottom. We have internet, which is $85, and it ends up being $5. I'm writing it again because I wrote it in pencil. Then we have life insurance, which is $28 at the end. And $1 a day, which is great. I got a really good policy through Life Haven. I don't know if they're still, or Haven Life. I don't know if there's still life insurance anymore. But there's other ones like Ethos and blah, blah, blah that I think are pretty good. Then we have $60 for gas, which is $3 per icon. Then we have trash. Trash is really sewer. I think it's trash too, because I don't know who pays the trash, but it's in there. So I think it's trash and sewer, but whatever. It's called sewage. So that's $32, which ends up being $3. See how the icons are like different? Yeah, different amounts. Daycare. I broke down the daycare is about $10 each and totaling about $200. Then we have student loans, which are $503 each, and that is about $24. We have memberships, which ends up being about $25, which is about $2 each. And I had one for subscriptions. I couldn't find it. I don't know where I put it. So I'm going to use this for now. But I could also use something else because I don't pay for the streaming apps. My husband pays for all the streaming apps. You know what? I'm just going to write it. Subscriptions. And that's about $2 each for $40. I have an extra one just in case as time goes on I need to go ahead and use it. I can, but that's what we have so far. So I'm gonna speed through this next part, just taking them and putting them into these envelopes over here so that we can go ahead and fix it into the binder. All right, let's go. Okay, so these are all of them, and I'm just gonna take them and put them into this for now. I hope I can find my hole puncher, and if I can't, I'm just gonna tape it onto what I need to in order to do what I need to. Like, I'm not gonna make life hard. Life does not need to be hard. Not for me. It's already hard enough. So I chose this one. honestly, because of the price. You know, it's something else because like when you're trying to save, you want everything to look aesthetically pleasing and nice. And I see how a lot of people are doing that. They're making theirs look nice and gorgeous, you know. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm cheaper to keep. So like this right here is the most expensive binder that I have. And it's $40. I bought it for $40, ended up being $50 whatever plus tax. And this is like after how many years that I've been doing this YouTube? Like 3 years. This was like $7. This whole set, including this from All Things Planned, was $10. There was another one that I kind of wanted. It was like $35, and I was like, why would I do that when I could just spend $10 and then use the $30 that I would have for the other one and actually start stuffing it. So I mean, I guess that's my, like, how I look at it. Nobody has to do that. It's just me and my situation. I think I have I figured it out last time, or I was listening to something and it said that like I might have a scarcity mindset because like I'm not used to having, and because I'm not used to having, I like think that spending a little bit extra for like something I like or for luxury is kind of like unnecessary or dumb or like wasteful. And it doesn't have to be wasteful. If you are using it and it is something that is of value to you, I think it's worth having. But for me, sometimes I think a lot of things are like wasteful. Like I'll tell my husband not to get me flowers if they're a bunch of money, because flowers die, and flowers are nice for like a day or two, but the rest of the time I don't pay attention to them. I don't think they're that important. I'd rather you hand me money. Like or take me, or give me something to eat, because that's something like the money is experienced in that moment. Anyway, so I have this 1 month ahead. I took your advice. I'm doing the 1 month ahead. I'm super excited. I'm doing it. This I'm going to continue to do as time goes on, and I'm going to keep it in this because this is my new emergency fund basically. So all this money is going to come out, and this is going to go. So the money that's in the bank is obviously going to stay in the bank. I'm not going to take it out to fill up anything. I think that'll be dumb. I'm just going to leave the money it's just this is now going to go into so this money is going to stay in my account. Okay, it's almost $500. It's like $450. That's going to stay back in my account, and for now on, these are going to go in here. Because basically, I'm saving a month ahead, 2 months ahead, 3 months ahead for my emergency fund. So I'm saving months of reserves per month. So this is like a great way to do that. And this is cute. This is I would consider it a sinking fund. I don't know what y'all would consider it, but I consider it a sinking fund. So this is going to go for my next video. So $300 for my next video. And these are all my stuff, and it ends up being at the end $120 that I'm spending every time that I try to fill up for the 1 month ahead. That's what I'm doing. Now, of course, it depends what I have in order to do that, because spending for this 1 month ahead, I might be taken away from what I need to for my other sinking funds, which I don't want to do. So we'll see. We'll see how this works out. And I definitely need to get a lot more lower bills if I'm going to fill this part up. So definitely need to get some lower bills. Anyway, I hope you guys have an amazing and fantastic September. Take care, God bless, and watch out for the next video, because I will be cash stuffing our sinking funds. Yay, we're gonna stuff this up. Bye.